What's up, guys? I'm Stone, the host of Zero Gravity, Apollo Media's NBA podcast. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button below and enjoy the clip from our latest episode. This is Blazing Hot Takes. Watch the Throne. This is your idea. So, watch the Throne. We're going to call this which team can make a decent run into the playoffs that hasn't done so recently. And by a decent run, we mean like, can they get to a game 6 or 7 of round 1, potentially round 2, advancing that way. Josh, you had a team that you had mentioned before the show.
I have fallen in love with the Orlando Magic these past couple weeks, and I know they blew out our Rockets get day one, week one of the season. But the way they've been playing recently, I mean, you almost have probably one of the most underrated guards in the league, if not the East, Cole Anthony. I mean, Franz Wagner, he's figuring it out. These players are so young, and I've just been seeing this almost Thunder-esque core come from the East, and they're not getting half or even a quarter of the coverage that they should be getting. They just beat the number one seeded Celtics the other night. I mean, this is real deal. We're well over 14, 15 games in the season. Like, this isn't a fluke anymore. This isn't some 3-0 start to the season against crappy teams. Like, they have the resume, they're building it even more. And who knows, by the All-Star break of the trade deadline, they could have 25, 32 wins on their under their belt. I mean, this could be a real deal serious team. And I've just seeing, outside of, like I mentioned, us getting blown out that first game. I mean, from what I have seen on League Pass, I mean, they just play with such continuity, and I love that, especially in the East, which is a conference, as we mentioned before, I'm not very fond of. I can look at the Orlando Magic and say, I'm always rooting for you. It's a fun squad, and they're deep. They're very enjoyable. Suggs is balding, but figuring it out. That's regardless. Not
Yeah,
here nor there. But I'm really glad to see this team succeed. I mean, that 2008 finals run they made with Dwight Howard, or 2009, excuse me, that was one of the first NBA finals that I watched in full. It wasn't the greatest finals, but I'll always have a soft spot for them. And I think the Orlando Magic are just very enjoyable this season. And it's been probably 10 years. I mean, they did have the end of a prime Terrence Ross, which is really fun, but that's about it.
sure.
That's about it. Bowl,
Yeah.
Mo Bamba, something to look forward to.
Okay.
I like it a lot.
Yeah. No, the Magic have been fun. Imagine losing to the Magic in the first week of the season. Couldn't be my favorite team.
That's right.
Um,
That's right.
but no, the Magic are really good. Paolo has been a little subpar to begin the season. I think everyone expected him to take a huge leap and start averaging 22 to 25 points per game with like 7 and 7. It's not the case so far. Franz Wagner has been the guy for the team. Everything runs through Paolo, but Franz has been, hey, we need a bucket. Let's go get a
Exactly.
bucket.
And
Franz has been very fun. And
that
then
Paolo,
Suggs, like you said,
that
what's that?
Paolo, that Paolo game winner was just insane.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that was his peak for his short career, and I'm telling you, this squad is just so fun. That's all I had to add.
Yeah, no, and Suggs has been much better this season, more towards what people had to guess what he was going to be like when he came into the league. Is he's starting to find that rhythm. He's
Yeah,
starting to find a place in this team, and Paolo being good, Franz being good helps. That you can rely on those two guys more so than anyone else. Same for Cole Anthony. Cole Anthony was expected to be the guy, score a bunch of points, also conduct the offense. Doesn't have to. He can come off the bench, run the second unit, and just run it from there. Less pressure, just play basketball, be good at basketball because you are good at basketball. Yeah, the Magic are very fun. I they're number 3 in the East right now. Before tonight's games, they were number 3 in the East. Yeah, they could absolutely take top 6 spot because Lord knows the Miami Heat, Atlanta Hawks, Brooklyn Nets. I don't know. The New York Knicks maybe not be a top 6 seed. Like, a lot of these teams are going to be in the play-in. The Miami Heat and Atlanta Hawks last season were in the play-in. So yeah, the Magic, they could just do things and wreak havoc because they're not a fun team to play against. Jonathan Isaac also plays really good defense. I don't care what else he does off the court or on offense, but he plays really good defense, and it fits that mold of what this team's trying to do. They play defense. They're awkwardly large. I think for this game that
Yeah,
we've
I'm
been
with
used
it.
to being played as a small ball, they're awkwardly large. Like
Yep,
they're not huge, but they're bigger at positions that aren't very big anymore. So
exactly.
they're a fun team.
Very
I could
unique.
see it.
Yep.
I'm gonna pick a Western Conference team as my surprise here. Blazing hot take. You may not see this coming. We made a lot of fun of this trade that happened earlier in the season. I'm going to take the Los Angeles Clippers as
Oh,
a team that's probably going to be in the Western Conference Finals
okay.
for one reason and one reason only. They just played back-to-back games, Friday and Saturday. Saturday being against the Dallas Mavericks. They destroyed the Dallas Mavericks. I did not stay up to watch the Dallas Mavericks game because it started at 9:30 p.m. West Coast teams should not be allowed to have 7:30 p.m. games. Local.
I love that idea.
They shouldn't.
Yep.
NBA, let's fix that because the rest of the country where people actually watch the sport don't want to stay up till midnight
Yep.
watching their favorite team.
Yeah, that's
Just doesn't want I
that
don't
that
want to do
time
it.
zone
I don't
is in
care.
hell.
It's literally Satan's time zone.
Yep.
I hate the West Coast. Unless I'm on it. Then when I'm in the West Coast, I'm like, this is awesome, dude. You can go to bed at like 10. All the games are over. This is sick.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Los Angeles Clippers are my surprise team. Is that really a surprise per se? No. They have all the talent. They've been to the Western Conference Finals beforehand. I don't know. It's like no one believed in them. James Harden is there. Russell Westbrook is there. Sure. The thing is, they played back-to-back games, and Paul George and Kawhi Leonard both played more than 35 minutes on Friday night. Then they played again on Saturday night. They both played. Neither of them sat.
I love it.
How long is that going to last? Maybe not. I don't know. But the fact that they're playing back-to-back games means that they care and they want to figure this out
Yep.
and they want to win more games. And that is terrifying if you're an opposing team
Yep.
in the Western
The fact
Conference.
that this even happened is just insane to me. Like this is almost a once
This
in a
hasn't
season.
happened in 4
I was
years.
gonna say this is at best a once in a season opportunity, and you're getting it within the first 15 to 20 games of the year. This might be the year where something sticks, and this was my surprise too. I had no idea what Stone was gonna say here, but I I don't hate this. I don't like James Harden, but I don't hate this team. You know, always been a Westbrook guy throughout all the
Yeah,
hate, all the issues.
I have too. He was always my favorite player and then he was on
Yeah,
OKC.
yeah, a big part of my
He
childhood.
was just 2016. Someone um, made a TikTok of like the Natasha Bedingfield song. Maybe it wasn't Natasha Bedingfield, but it's just highlights of him in 2016 when he's just going off, hitting game winners, making huge plays, dunking on everybody. And it starts to my toes.
Oh, that one, yeah,
It's that song.
yeah,
And I was
yeah.
like, this is just giving me so much joy
It was cute. Yeah,
where I'm just watching this little highlight, 1 minute TikTok of Russell Westbrook just dunking on people to whatever that girl's name is that sings that song.
yep.
And I was like, this is delightful. This is what I miss in the NBA. It's just Russell Westbrook doing crazy things. Although Russell Westbrook was talking a lot of shit to Luca the other night, and I didn't appreciate that very much. But, nevertheless, I can see the Clippers being a finals team if they care this much and they don't get hurt. The problem is that they have 3 superstars on their team that notoriously get hurt
Yeah.
all of the time.
And
So,
seeing them care so much this early just makes this feeling different. And I think it should stick if it's already happening now. I mean, imagine what this team's gonna be going through in March, April, May. I mean, this could stick. Everybody has to. A lot of things have to go right, but this could really stick for them. And I'm definitely with it.